Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today is obviously, as you can tell by the title, the match review for Celtic versus RB Leipzig yesterday at Celtic Park, where Celtic picked up a massive parkhead European win, a fantastic feeling, and everything just fell into place, kind of. Before we move on any further, can I quickly mention, for maybe the first time in the entire existence of my YouTube channel, my existence of doing match previews, match reviews, etc., I think this could be, quite genuinely, I think this may have been the first time that I ever have predicted both the scoreline correct and the entire starting 11 correct as well. Both of them, flawless, 12 out of 12, 13, I can't count. Which, just a fun thing to add on to the side, that made it a little bit better. But yesterday Celtic went out with a job that they had to do, which was quite simple, and that was win the game. If we didn't win the game, that was it. Basically could have said goodbye to Europa League, and now it's still difficult. We've still got a long way to go. I mean, not technically speaking, we've got 2 games to go. That's not a long way to go, but in the sense of qualifying, there's still a lot to do. But we needed that win yesterday. That was it. It was game over, and we wouldn't be seeing European football after Christmas. But we have kept our hopes alive, and with a performance that was very nice, very reassuring, and it makes you wonder sometimes. Celtic could be so good on a European stage if they could just play like that home and away, and we could expect a lot more from them. And it just reminds me of performances where I sat down and went, oh, I love watching Celtic play. At Celtic Park in Europe, there is just something magical sometimes, and when the team plays well, that is the result you get at the end of it. And yesterday it was another fine example of that, may I add. I'm absolutely ecstatic with the result itself. I mean, 2-1 against a team who is one of the biggest in Germany and one of the biggest in Europe, and known for being such a nice attacking team, and counter-attacking football, scoring good goals, have all these good players, and we managed to knock them off yesterday by looking like the better team for the majority of the game. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. Because sometimes you're expected just to be getting shagged, and no, that didn't happen yesterday. We'll talk about the game through the first and second half and how things came about and my opinions on players and such. The best thing that I said on Twitter today, and I'll sum it up perfectly using quotation marks, is we're actually we're a decent right back away from winning the Champions League. There was only one negative for me yesterday on the grand scheme of things, and that is that Mikael Lustig is just proven time after time after time that we need a new right back. Yesterday he was horrendous, and you kept seeing Leipzig exploit that their left hand side or right hand side, because the new Lustig couldn't fucking handle it. He's honestly, he's mesmerising to watch at this point, because honestly you don't know what to expect for the guy. You just don't, because he could give away so much, and sometimes he can surprise you and he does something well. And I don't know, we just need a new right back. I love Mikael Lustig, and I'll consistently say that on this channel. I love him for the services he's provided to Celtic over the past fucking 7 years he's been here, and I appreciate how much passion he's got for the club. But we need someone who's going to be able to compete on a European scale with players who are 3-4 times as fast as him, and just overall better than him, because it seems like he's just so out of his depths playing in European matches for Celtic. It seems like he has no patience when trying to control the ball, clear the ball, move the ball, and going back, he just doesn't seem like he has any confidence when coming back and getting on a player. Just seems like there is no confidence in his game whatsoever. So I mean, Mikael Lustig for me was really the only major negative of yesterday's game. So we'll talk about the game from the start to the finish. I suppose that's the most sensible thing to do. The 3 points, I mean, that is the main thing to pick up on. 3 points, absolutely amazing. And see, to be honest, it's one of those games where, do you know what, I couldn't care how we played. I couldn't, as long as we got the 3 points in the end, doesn't matter how we got it, I wouldn't be complaining. We could have generally been out there, played absolutely horrendous, got a 90th minute penalty, win the game, I wouldn't be caring. I'd be on YouTube saying the same fucking thing, and I'd be ecstatic and delighted. So at the end of the day, the performance obviously means a lot moving forward, but do you know what, at the end, we've got the 3 points is what we've got to take from this. We've got to cherish and be happy about at the end of the day, because it's what we needed, and it's against a team like that. I'm not going to complain how we get the fashion that we get those 3 points. So we started the game absolutely tremendously. The starting lineup itself is exactly what I expected. We had to continue with that team, which at the weekend against Hearts was just outstanding, and once again proved outstanding yesterday. And it's going to make life difficult. I'm going to make a video talking about it this week. I promised to do it earlier in the week. I didn't do it yet. I will do it. I'm going to talk about Brown and Cham are going to struggle to get back back into this team, because I feel like McGregor, Christie and Rogic are just making up a fantastic middle three for Celtic, and I'm sure the majority of you are in agreement with me in saying that. Ryan Christie's proven me wrong, big time. You know, I came on here at the start of the season saying we should get rid of Christie. Don't think he's Celtic quality. He's an Aberdeen type player. He's hands up. This is one of the occasions, and honestly, the YouTube and any sort of punditry or any sort of journalism is all opinion based. When it comes to talking about, you know, individual players and such. I was purely giving my opinion, Ryan Christie. This is one of the few times, I say few times, one of the many times that I can hold my hands up and say I was wrong. Ryan Christie is a cracking player, and he's only getting better. Week by week, get a new contract signed. Week by week, he's getting better, and I'm I shouldn't be saying slowly, I'm quickly finding myself becoming a big supporter of the guy and wanting to see him in the team, because he's offering something that, you know, maybe we haven't had in the past. That middle three, though, had to start, and it did start, and once again proved how good it could be. McGregor's doing fantastic, that more defensive role, getting in amongst it. You know, we're so used to seeing him play as an attacking midfielder, the one leading them at the front, and he's been taking this role as being behind, and kind of like the Scott Brown-esque role. And he's been taking it on fantastically. He's been doing brilliantly. We've barely been conceding goals, and he's also fantastic getting forward. He's given us that bit of both. He's box to box. Christie is, as I said, just improving week by week. His confidence is at an all-time high, and Rogic is just Tom Rogic. Sometimes you don't get a lot out of Tom Rogic, but when he plays his best, you know you're looking at one of the best players in the country. And I say that meaning Britain. Because honestly, when he does play his best, he is truly magical, and he's a player who deserves to be at a big club in England at some point within his career, because he is that good. So I expected the exact team to play, and I think basically, as I said, 10 out of the 11 players in the park were absolutely outstanding yesterday. I still believe there was slight problems within the distribution of Craig Gordon and such. We've seen that was evident through yesterday, but at the end of the day, the goalkeeper is there to stop goals from going in, and yesterday he done what he had to do between the sticks. Mikael Lustig, for me, is the only player in the park who I thought, that's a terrible performance. That's a bad performance. And terrible might be overstating it a bit much, but I mean, the rest of that, apart from that, Edouard stepped up. Sinclair could have been better, he had a couple of chances which he should have been better with, especially one coming to mind in the second half. Forrest is he's just outstanding, honestly. I've been on this YouTube for 2 years now, I've been on YouTube for 2 years now, and I've been used to slaughtering James Forrest, and people knew I didn't like Forrest. Now it is so hard to hate the guy, because he is incredible, and he's surged with this confidence that we've never seen before, and he's taking players on, he's skinning some of the best defenders in Europe at points. It's just great to watch. It's great to see him find this confidence within his game. And he's truly one of the most important players at the club now. Tierney, the man who got man of the match, got the first goal. Fantastic performance from him and Benkovic and Boyata. A solid centre-half partnership. Benkovic, just spend 40 million quid on him if we need to, Celtic. Keep him at the club. His performance yesterday was massive. That first half, we looked great. We were going forward. Everything that I said I wanted to see. Everything that was, you know, kind of done against these domestic sides, the Hearts, Hibs, St Johnstone, blah, blah, blah. We done it there, and the question was, will we do it against Leipzig? Will we do it in the Europa League? Can we do it in the Europa League? Yes, we can. And I don't know if it's just because of that whole 12-man effect, but even take away the 12-man effect, because the lights were fantastic yesterday. We'll touch on that very briefly. Even without the 12th man and the fans, we should be able to create chances like that against these teams, because we are good enough to do it. And we just shite ourselves sometimes. We go into our fucking shells. We shouldn't be doing that. We should be coming out of our shells and creating chances, creating opportunities like that, and playing this fast-flowing football, because they do struggle. Other teams struggle. They don't expect it. Bayern Munich struggled with it for large portions of the game last year. Leipzig struggled with it last night. We are capable if we perform like that. In the first half, it was fantastic. Flowing, the pass and the movement, everything. Everything was just coming together beautifully. And you couldn't ask for a better first half performance. We set the tone of the game from the first minute right through until half time. We got the goal that we deserved. We could have scored more. I feel like sometimes we just lack that cutting edge and that last thing, that either that last pass or that last bit of movement just not there. Sometimes it's just the final product. Sometimes it's just not there. Rogic had a good chance. You know, honestly, we were fantastic in the first half, and we went up 1-0, 1-0 at half time. Second half, we came out very flat, let's be honest. That was probably the only other negative apart from Lustig. Second half, we maybe let Leipzig get into the game a bit too much, and that's how they got their equaliser. The defending was absolutely atrocious. It was a bit of Lustig could take a lot of the blame for it, I would say, because you've seen how he was, Boyata, when he turned around, the first person turned to was Lustig, because Lustig didn't do his job correctly. Boyata, at the same time, though, should have probably done better to maybe get across and move on. But it was Lustig's man, by the looks of things. So, a bit of dual blame, you could say. It's up to you who you want to blame completely. We fell asleep, but we hit back like that. It was absolutely sensational. 14 seconds from kickoff. Boom, goal. 2-1 up. It's like nothing I've ever seen before from a Celtic side. Incredible fight from the team. We looked like we wanted it yesterday. We were hungry. We were intense. That's what we need consistently on a European stage, and we can be talked about as a threat. We won't just be looked at as Celtic that's going to get pumped. We will be looked at as a threat. Performance yesterday was outstanding. Second half, as I said, a bit flatter, but we held on. We defended well. We conceded a poor goal from a lapse of concentration. Cut out stuff like that. We can be flying. Let me know your opinions to my opinions. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Also, a fantastic result yesterday, and hopefully we continue on against Salzburg now and Rosenborg to get through to the Europa League last 32. But we'll see how things go. Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe, as I said. I'll see you all next time.